Canada driver's license? You don't have a... Where's your California driver's license?
I don't live here. I give you a Canadian driver's
So that's
license.
exactly what I'm trying to figure out. You're giving me smart answers, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of something.
It's not a smart answer.
It kinda is.
You're not customs. I don't need to explain to you why I'm here.
Okay, so you need a California driver's license to drive in California.
No, you don't.
You have your international driver's license?
You're a cop. You should know I don't need that. I'm a Canadian citizen. You have a treaty with us. I'm going to exit the vehicle to get my passport.
You actually do need it, just so you know.
No, you don't.
Okay, we'll find out right now.
What's going on, everybody? This is Brandon, aka the Port City Attorney. Today, we're going to be reacting to a video titled Beverly Hills Police Use Unlawful Intimidation Tactics on Lamborghini Owner. Let's pop the doors and see what's happening.
How's it going?
How are you?
Good, thanks. Can I see your driver's license, please?
Yeah, sure.
You have your registration and insurance?
Yeah.
What brings you to California, man?
Excuse me?
I said, what brings you to California?
Why would that be any of your business? I'm just hanging out.
Because you have a Canada driver's license? You don't have a... Where's your California driver's license?
I don't live here. I give you a Canadian driver's
So that's
license.
exactly what I'm trying to figure out. You're giving me smart answers, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of something.
It's not a smart answer.
It kinda is.
You're not customs. I don't need to explain to you why I'm here.
Okay, so you need a California driver's license to drive in California.
No, you don't.
Are you a tourist?
Yes.
Okay, do you have your passport with you?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Do you have your international driver's license?
Excuse me?
Do you have your international driver's license?
You're a cop. You should know I don't need that. I'm a Canadian citizen. You have a treaty with us. I'm going to exit the vehicle to get my passport.
You actually do need it, just so you know.
No, you don't.
Okay, we'll find out right now.
Sure.
Okay, get it.
Have you seen the news lately?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters. Have you seen the news of the other U.S. officer that tried to tell a Canadian just recently?
Nope.
Oh, you should check the news.
I don't care for it.
You don't care for it?
No.
So you don't care to do your job
That's
properly?
not my business.
No, it is your job to do your
business. Do me a
business.
favor, look for that. I don't care for you to question me right now.
So you don't care to do your job properly?
I am doing pumps. Get in the car.
Why'd you pull me over?
Your modified exhaust, the stop sign. You
There's
just
no
ran.
modified exhaust.
Okay,
And the what?
sit in the car.
The what were you about to say?
The stop sign you just ran.
I didn't run a stop sign.
Just saw you.
Which one?
Lamita, sit down.
Which one?
I just told you. You're so busy asking me questions. You're not answering my. You're not listening to my answers. I said the one on Lamitas.
I didn't run any stop sign. I have everything on camera.
Okay, that's fine. So do I.
Pardon?
I said so do I.
Sure.
Stay in the car. Don't get out, man.
No, I won't.
Here, hold on to this. I don't want to forget it.
9-2 clear by speed.
Wow. International driver's license. He obviously doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hey.
What did he say?
He says that we can't stand right there.
All right, so this cop has an issue. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's on night shift. Maybe he's just mad that, hey man, if I had to work in an area where everybody else was way out of my tax bracket and they're probably short and snippy, I'd probably be a little bit snippy too. I mean, this is not a way to conduct yourself. He started off real hot and heavy, improperly cited the law. You know, all the time the cops are gonna ask you like, hey, where are you coming from? Where are you going? Blah, 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 but you don't have to answer. And the cops should know that and they should respect that because it's your right not to incriminate yourself. You don't have to answer questions that you don't want to. This is going to be an interesting video, I'm going to think, because my man's pressed over something. And yeah, he's correct. As long as they're not interfering with the investigation, they're on a public sidewalk, they can stand there all they want. Just don't interfere. Don't talk to the cops. Don't talk to the person. Just stand there and film.
How you doing?
Great, how are you?
Awesome, man.
All this for a stop sign, you know, a traffic violation. All this. Kind of crazy.
I'm allowed to film you.
I didn't say you weren't.
And is 11 out on the footbeat?
Well, you don't need to do that by following the
You're
camera.
very defensive, sir. Why is that?
Because you pull me over and you don't know what for.
I told you what for. Look at your camera. You'll be able to see what for.
I didn't do anything though. You lied about the stop sign
I didn't
and you
lie.
don't understand what exhaust is on my car.
Here you go.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So I'm citing you for not having a California driver's license, and I'm also citing you for having.
For real? I don't know the laws of California, but I do know that ordinarily, if you have a valid driver's license in another country, it's typically okay.
A modified exhaust. So go ahead and sign right here. Send admission of.
Do you notice that he did not say that he was citing him for running the stop sign, which I find kind of interesting.
Yo, just promise you'll take care of the citation.
What's that for?
I just told you.
No, you didn't. What was it?
Modified exhaust, right? One.
Yeah.
You're not having a California driver's license.
I don't need a California driver's license.
So can you sign here, please?
And if I don't?
I have to take you to jail.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that part of the like not having a driver's license thing too?
California. So like I said, it's not an admission of guilt. Just promising you'll take care of the citation. So with that being said, your car is subject to tow.
What?
Why? Because you're driving your own license in California.
I can do that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can. I have a Canadian driver's license. It's not illegal to drive here with that.
Okay, that's what I'm telling you. So my suggestion to you is I'm not going to tow your car. I'm letting you know that your car is subject to tow. Okay? So with that being said, I suggest that you probably go and park your car somewhere and not drive anywhere. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right, I want to make it clear that I have no idea what I'm talking about because I'm not a California attorney. Disclaimer, I don't know the laws of the state of California, but this seems a little odd, right? I mean, a little bit weird. I've never heard of someone getting potentially arrested and their vehicle towed because they had a driver's license of another country. Typically, I'm going to stop because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I do know that this cop is not giving me the best vibes. But also, I mean, the driver's a little bit, he's a little snippy too. So everybody's kind of just, let's pump the brakes.
Okay, do you have any questions about it?
Yeah, I just don't understand how you don't understand the law and how you're like enforcing something on me that's not legal.
Okay, like I said.
Yeah, it's all good.
You're innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, the site, it's an admission of guilt. Just promise you'll take care of the citation.
Yeah.
With that being said, sir, if I see you again driving the car, we'll tow it.
You have no permission to tow my car.
I do.
No, you don't.
Okay, so I can do it now. I'm choosing not to. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm not getting into this little match with you. I'm just letting you know, and I'm advising you right now because I would rather not do that.
It's because you know you can't.
I can.
I mean, you can, but at the end of the day,
absolutely
I'm right,
can.
you're wrong, but you'll still do it. I get it.
Okay, so
You're
if
just
that's
playing
the way you feel
hardball.
about
It's all
it.
good, dude.
Okay, so like I said, if I see you again, I will tow your car, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? You have yourself a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it. I have to put my stuff back in the front, remember? Yeah, no worries. You have a good night, dude.
What the hell was that?
Oh, he's just full of shit. He doesn't know how to do his job.
All right, this is borderline harassment at this point. He pulled him over, he made the stop, and then he tells him to move his car. He moves his car, and then he tells him to get out of the street over the PA system. I feel like this is not something that you would expect in Beverly Hills of all places. I mean, at the beginning of the video, we saw G-Wagon go by, and this guy's got a Lamborghini. Typically, these people have money to fight this kind of stuff, and so you don't do A, unlawful stuff, and B, super petty stuff, because they have nothing else to do. If you got that kind of money, you don't care about wasting a couple $10,000 on some legal fees. This is very strange. Not a big fan.
Who's his buddy? Yeah, I'd flip a U-turn too. So he told me he's gonna tow my car if he sees me again because I don't have a valid California driver's license, which is complete bull.
You can drive here, right?
Of course I can. Where's the police department?
Well, it's closed right now.
There's nobody there? How do you file a complaint if you want? Yeah, we're going there right now. I'm gonna file a complaint on him. All right, we're gonna park the car, take my passport, the ticket I just got, my insurance, and go file a complaint on this cop who is trying to threaten me with towing my vehicle because I don't have a California's driver's license when I have a Canadian one, and that's all I need based on the US-Canada relationship. I don't put up with this kind of stuff because this is like a form of harassment, so yes.
I have no doubt that my boy knows what he's talking about. However, if say you're a foreign driver and you're in the United States, you should probably just go ahead and like screenshot the statute, the local statute of California, or whatever state you're in, that authorizes you to drive with an out-of-state and or out-of-country license. Out-of-state obviously gets reciprocity, but an out-of-country license. That way, if you're ever in a situation like this, you can easily prove the cop wrong. And I don't advocate for you arguing on the streets, but if it's as simple as, hey, just look up this statute, I'm allowed to drive with this license, then if they still charge you, that's a really big issue.
Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show, link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
24-hour public service entrant.
Police department, can we help you?
Yeah, I'd like to file a report.
What is it regarding?
An officer harassing me.
An officer harassing you.
Correct.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
A police officer is harassing me. I have his name and I'd like to file a complaint on him.
Okay. Why don't you come on up? Well, did this actually happen in the city of Beverly Hills?
It sure did.
Okay. Why don't you come on up, take the elevator all the way up.
All right, here we go. 3rd floor.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so tell me,
I'm gonna record this. If that's what.
it's already recorded.
No,
24/7.
For myself.
Okay.
Thanks.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, what documentation do you have, like as far as your ID or your license, or because you got to understand, I'm trying to recreate what you're telling me happened in the field.
Yeah, valid insurance and registration.
So you're visiting?
I am.
Okay. And you reside?
In British Columbia
Columbia.
and Victoria, yes.
Okay.
And that's all valid current information.
Any foreign resident that has a foreign issued driver's license.
I'm not a
can drive.
resident.
No, I'm just saying
Oh,
they
okay.
can drive,
Fair
right?
enough, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I looked it all up. I know the laws.
right. Okay, so tell me.
Hey, my hunch was correct. I am an attorney. I'm not in California, right? But typically, if you have a foreign issued driver's license, we're going to, as a United States, as individual states, we're going to recognize that. And so the fact that the cop charged him, it seemed like he was just trying to be a jerk about it. Yeah, it's very, very interesting, very confusing. But I don't think this saga's over. I think that my boy here proved his point, but he's a vlogger. He's got to make content. It's time to stir the pot.
Again, what happened? You were stopped tonight?
I was stopped tonight. The officer came up, told me he stopped me because of a...
Modified exhaust?
No, first he said I ran a stop sign. I said, no, I didn't.
I won't argue that. I mean, just so you know, all of our stops are recorded.
Yeah, perfect.
So,
and he never gave me a ticket for it in the end.
Okay, so basically this is an infraction not having a valid license, driving, without a valid license. That's
Right.
what his interpretation is. And you're saying, what you're showing me is you have your Canadian driver's license.
Yeah, it's well known
Okay.
we're allowed to drive down here.
You mentioned, though, the concern to me is you're saying that you were threatened because, as law enforcement officers, hey, I want to file a complaint. We take it seriously, right? Because
Of course, it goes on the officer's record. I've done it before.
he gave you a ticket, in your opinion, which you should not have received.
Correct.
For
So
this
that-
particular section.
But
issued
this one's
wrongfully.
really simple for you guys to know,
Got it.
right?
Okay.
Like this isn't like we need to get into like what a Lamborghini exhaust looks like.
I understand.
This one's like, you guys should know. You pull over Canadians, unless he's brand new on the job, this guy's pulled over other Canadians and other foreign people, right?
Understood. You got a citation for something you should not have received.
Correct.
That's item one.
And then the threat to take my vehicle away from me based on that citation, which doesn't exist.
Okay, so the good news is that did not happen. You have your car.
I have my car at the moment, but I want to go for dinner in Beverly Hills and I don't want to be harassed while I'm here for the rest of my 5-day visit.
Got it. Okay. So then what is the desired outcome? Do you want me to speak to the officer about this? What is your end goal? What is it that you'd like to have happen?
Correct. I've been through this. So I'd like to file a complaint, and I'd like the officer to be educated on the international, Canadian, U.S. driving, whatever the legal jargon is, that I can drive on this license.
Or just educated on the laws of the state in which he is charged with, enforcing the laws as a law enforcement officer.
And I'm not to have my vehicle towed if he sees me around Beverly Hills again.
Okay. Can I get some of this information?
Absolutely.
Down? And then I'd
Take all of
obviously
it.
need like a...
I have all the time you need.
All right.
Thank
Just give
you.
me a second.
And thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
This gentleman's really good. He's doing his job. getting all the information, all the facts. Great guy.
He was very calm, yeah.
Yeah, he's very good, very professional. You know, we have all these laws and rules we have to follow, and when we don't follow them, there are consequences. You get tickets and things of that nature. But when our ticket has been given out or threats have been made based upon something that is not true, you have the right to stand up for yourself. So you should know that. And you can come and I could very easily say I don't want to file a complaint. I just want him to talk to the officer. But I have a funny feeling in this situation that if he only talks to the officer, there will be nothing on record that I was ever here and this has ever happened. So I'm going to make sure I file a complaint. That way, if this does happen a second time, there will be a record of it.
Complaint.
Thank you. May I have a pen, please?
Let me get. I don't want to give you mine because then I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, I'm just kind of teasing. Right?
I know.
That's the most important part.
Sure.
Okay. Law enforcement officers are not perfect.
No, and I don't think they are.
Mistakes are made.
Absolutely.
So an interpretation of a penal code or vehicle code, an honest mistake, not negligence or targeting someone. You understand what I'm saying? The more important issue to us, and I'm not demeaning that because obviously we want well-educated officers, so that's very important. The most important issue is the manner in which you're spoken to. The most important thing to us, if I were to prioritize them, is the customer service aspect.
Correct.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
So to summarize, you're saying it's just you don't like how you were spoken to. You felt like it was kind of this open-ended, if I see you again, your car's coming with me type of thing.
Correct.
So he didn't specifically threaten you as an individual, as more of this.
Well, it
if I
is
see
threatening
you-
me. It's taking my vehicle away from me when I'm trying to come to your city to have dinner.
He said he knows.
All right, so first off, I really like this officer. He's a sergeant, he's a supervisor, and so he's been on the job for quite a while, and he's familiar with the population in which he serves. And as I was saying earlier, if you're working in an affluent area, you know, typically these people don't work 60, 70, 80-hour weeks, and a lot of rich people have entitlement issues. And so if he speaks to every person with a Lamborghini or G-Wagon like that officer is going to have a whole lot of problems. And he seems like he has a chip on his shoulder. Now, to the other point, the guy driving the Lamborghini was not being the most hospitable person ever, or either, rather, but, you know, he did just get pulled over and police interactions can be stressful. I really like that this officer, you know, is stating that, hey, look, we want people to be educated, our officers be educated. We want to have that customer service aspect, but also it was a threat. He was threatening to utilize his power as a law enforcement officer under the 4th Amendment to seize this individual's property under an unlawful pretense, right? He was telling him not because of the exhaust violation, but rather because of the license issue, he was going to tow his vehicle if he saw him out again. This is not, in my opinion, a good cop. He's not well educated. He doesn't have the prioritization in his mind of being educated and being a peace officer. And so I have some issues with him, but the supervisor seems great. But I agree with the YouTube creator here. You need to get it on record so that if it happens again, there is a record, because a lot of times these things get swept under the rug. And so you get a couple complaints, there's probably tenfold that didn't get, you know, reported. So I really like that he has brought this issue up. I wish he would have handled it a little bit better on the road, but I'm glad he came and he got this supervisor, because the supervisor seems pretty level-headed, and that it seems like that he wants to represent the department and his city in an admirable way.
Knows who you are. He knows. He watches your channel. He says you being rude to him is not going to get him far. That's what he said in his own words.
And so he's taking me challenging him in a calm manner on these types of incidences as rude.
So what kind of car do you have?
I have a 2016 Lamborghini Huracan.
Ooh, nice. I'm not a big car guy, but that sounds expensive. A Lamborghini, what's the model?
Huracan, H-U-R-C-A-N.
H-U-R.
Yeah, C-A-N.
Huracan.
That's how we pronounce it. It's actually
H-U-R-A. You pronounce it A. It's
Yeah.
H-U-R-A-C-A-N.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Grade A dropout. My bad.
H-U-R-A-C-A-N. So this is all accurate. This corresponds to this car.
It does.
Okay. Can I ask you how much that car cost?
No, my car is like the Honda Civic of supercars.
Wow.
It's entry level.
What else can we help you with?
That's it.
That's it.
I would just like to go for dinner and not get pulled over and get my car towed tonight. Is that gonna work?
Understand.
Or is Pena gonna
Just
enforce
drive,
that?
just drive safely. That's all I can say.
I always do,
Drive
sir.
safely.
Thank you.
That's yours.
Thank
That's
you.
yours. Do I have anything that belongs to you?
I don't believe so, but I did promise to give you this back.
I know, right?
Right?
All right,
And
nice meeting you. Take care, sir. Thank you.
I'm sorry for
All right.
the time wasted. It could be used better.
No, you know what? That's my function tonight, so we're happy to help, right?
Great. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Cheers. And there you go.
Take the stairs.
We have a filed complaint. Drive through Beverly Hills and see what happens.
I almost want your car to get towed so that this
Don't say
can be a
that.
bigger
I
deal.
honestly just want him to not do stupid stuff. I personally don't want to do this. I think police officers get a bad name. I think there's a lot of good cops, and I really appreciate what the officers do, such as the guys we talked to last night. I thank them for their service. I thank all of the police officers for their service because they deal with some really crummy stuff on a day-to-day basis. But let's face it,
Officer Pena actually just came up, wrote one of our friends a
I take it. And he also, what did he say? He passed a message on.
Oh, he said,
He said
What do you-
he said your friend's upstairs crying about something.
I'm up there crying. That's his way of, again, intimidating and bullying me that I'm somehow, you know, that's bullying. And thank you to the rest of the good men and women who serve my country and the United States and anybody around the world. I'm gonna go for dinner. We'll find out if Pena tows my car.
All right, so in my opinion, Officer Pena needs some professional development, right? I have a couple issues with this stop, right? One, he pulled him over. His pretextual reasoning for stopping the vehicle was that he ran a stop sign. However, he didn't cite him for it, so I have a problem with that. That would be a big issue at a trial. Two, he cited him, charged him with a violation in the state of California for something that is not a violation. Even the sergeant said that, hey, if you have a valid driver's license in another country, you can drive here. He should be educated on that. And third, he's threatening to use his power under the Fourth Amendment to seize this person's property. Not only that, he seized his person, right? He stopped him for a reason which he didn't cite him, and then he cited him for a reason which he had no authority to cite him. So he seized his person, which I have a problem with, right? And he threatened to seize his vehicle for a reason in which is not lawful. And lastly, ostensibly followed them back to the department, cited one of his friends, and then made derogatory remarks about him, right? Now, my assumption is if you're driving a Lamborghini with a 4K camera, you're probably looking for some sort of an issue to be had. However, that doesn't give the police the authority or a reason to go on a power trip, right? So know the laws of the state in which you live, right? If you're a Canadian citizen and you're coming to California, you know you're gonna be driving, just screenshot the California statute that cites that you're allowed to drive on a Canadian driver's license. That way you have it and it's readily accessible. Two, make sure that you film your interactions with the police. Don't put it in their face, but at least just like put your phone down in the car, in the seat next to you so that there's a second avenue in which you can see the interaction. Lastly, being problematic or being a jerk, whether you're the cop or the person getting stopped, is not going to help the situation at all. So just be calm, cool, collected. I'd prefer you just say, hey, I don't want to talk about my day. I'd like to invoke my right to speak to an attorney and just go on about your day. But I know that these are situations where there's a lot of emotions. So what do y'all think? Do you think the cop was out of line? Do you think that he should be reprimanded? Or do you think that the Lamborghini driver was, just being a jerk to be a jerk? I mean, obviously he's talked to other cops, he's filming stuff. Maybe he's trying to get a rise out of people. What do you think? Who was more wrong? Was it the Lamborghini driver or the cop? Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow this page. Check me out, Port City Attorney. We'll see you next time.
Big verdict.